This is not a drill, this is real. This is not a drill.
No, it ain't. Can you hear me?
This is not a drill.
Sound it fine. Can you hear me?
This is not a drill.
No, it ain't. Let me hear you say.
This is not a drill. This is real.
This is the real thing.
You should. It's our theme song.
I mean, I know the part that plays in the beginning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You should know that theme song, too. Aloe Black. Who has an Aloe Black theme song? Grateful to Aloe Black for custom making and gifting our theme song for This Is Not a Drill. My name is Melina Abdullah. I'm professor of Pan-African Studies at Cal State LA's College of Ethnic Studies. I'm a social justice unionist with the California Faculty Association. I'm co-founder of Black Lives Matter Los Angeles and Black Lives Matter Grassroots, where I'm also director. And most importantly, I am Tandiwe Amen and Amara Keone Abdullah's mama. And guess who's in studio with me this morning?
Hello, everyone. My name is Amara Keone Abdullah. I am here co-hosting, but I used to be in the host chair when I was back from school.
What are you saying? You got bumped?
Yeah, I got bumped down.
You got bumped
for
down.
Pursuing higher education.
Well, your mama always takes gets to bump you.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm a co-founder of the Black Lives Matter Youth Vanguard and a sophomore at Clark Atlanta University. Thank you for joining us on This Is Not a Drill, KBLA Talk 1580, from every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 a.m.
And if you want to see us as well as hear us, we are live on YouTube at BLM Grassroots. We're live on Facebook at BLM Grassroots and BLM Los Angeles. And, of course, you can also download the app, which is the best way to listen, KBLA 1580 app. If you don't have it on your phone, I don't know what you're waiting on. Before we get started with today's topic, and I'll talk about that in just a minute, we're going to ground ourselves. And, Amara, I appreciate you because even though you tend to be fluttery, I'm going to call it fluttery, right? You tend to be fluttery. I really appreciate you always kind of reminding us that we need to be grounded in our own spirits and be intentional in our direction. And that's what our land, labor, and life acknowledgement is about, is remembering that we are on the stolen land of indigenous people, and this country is built on the stolen labor and lives of our African ancestors. So we're going to invite everybody, if you can, to sit as erectly as possible, both feet on the floor if you're not driving, hands in your lap, palms up, and we're going to take a deep breath in. And breathe out. The land which we inhabit in what is now known as Los Angeles is physically situated in the original ancestral homelands of the Tongva, Quiche, Chumash, and Gabrielino people. We pay respect to the Tongva, Quiche, Chumash, Gabrielino, and all indigenous people, past, present, and future, in their continuing presence in the homeland and throughout their historical diaspora. And take another deep breath in. And breathe out. We pay homage to those who were stolen from Africa, placed in bondage, falsely named as chattel, and forced into labor, who were called slaves but never submitted as such, who have always been fully human with an unbroken connection to the divine and to each other. We honor our African ancestors for the still unpaid labor which built what is now the Americas. And let this be the deepest breath of the morning. Breathe in and breathe out. To both our indigenous and African forebearers, we commit to the continued struggle for liberation and reparations, for it is only through freedom and justice that we truly give honor. Ashe.
Ashe.
And so, today, I learned this phrase, y'all be keeping me lit.
Oh. Haven't said that one in a minute myself.
I haven't said lit in a minute. I'm catching you up just like I'm catching you up on this is not a water bottle. This is a canteen.
I haven't heard anybody say canteen in like 8 years.
Well, we re-upping it. It's a canteen. So I'm hipping you as you hip me. See, hip, that's another
Okay.
phraseology. Anyway, it's BLMLA and BLM Grassroots 2025 wrapped. Did I use that right?
Yeah. You used it right.
It's wrapped. And really what it is on today's show, we're claiming our victories. And we actually learned this from Baba Akili. Baba Akili teaches us that we have to claim our victories because in the midst of struggle, and, I'll be a little serious, this year was not an easy year, right? There were assaults from every side, from, who has sovereignty over our bodies, right? To the right to be in this country. We're actually closing out 2025 considering whether or not being born in this country gives you citizenship. I kid you not. Your president, not my president, is challenging birthright citizenship, right? You got masked men on corners kidnapping mamas, wrestling babies from their parents' arms. You got people being dragged. You got people in boats being bombed and bombed and bombed again. You talking about invading Venezuela for oil and trying to pretend like it's about something else. You talking about ending black studies and criminalizing the use of the word black. If you uplift your ethnicity unless you identify with Israel, you can be criminalized. You're talking about the erosion of union rights. You're talking about the pushback against the right to protest. All of this stuff is coming fast and furious. And we also got to remember that there have been some victories in the midst, right? That we passed Waukesha's law. We're still saying reparations now. And in places like Maryland, they've actually overridden the governor's veto of their reparations bill, right? We've seen progress. We're doing work. We're still in these streets. We know the data is that as long as we struggle, we actually do fight back and win against state-sanctioned violence. So 2025 Wrapped is about those victories as well as the struggles. And Baba Akili reminds us that if we don't celebrate our victories, we'll get burnt out, we'll feel defeated, and it's important that we understand, Amara, you're doing great work in Atlanta, right? That every step forward is a victory, and I know you're not there right now, but who's in the park right now is BLM Grassroots Atlanta, making sure unhoused folks are fed. They're giving out jackets. They're sending 2,000 gifts to people, right? This is a lot of work that's moving. Black Xmas is happening and it's effective. And even though it's not directly through Black Lives Matter Grassroots, Boycott Target is a huge movement where Black people and people all around the country are recognizing their economic power and harnessing their economic power. So there's victories to be celebrated as well as struggles to double down on. We'll be in studio because everybody's in studio today with Sheila Bates, who's core organizer with Black Lives Matter Los Angeles. She leads our Torrance team, and she's policy coordinator for Black Lives Matter Grassroots. Joseph Williams, one of your favorite people, mine too, but one of yours especially. He's core organizer with Black Lives Matter Los Angeles and director of Students Deserve. They have a major victory that they're celebrating. He'll be in studio with us, as will Michael Williams, who leads our Black Lives Matter Pasadena team. And every Wednesday, or in Baba Keeley's words, every Wednesday, he also leads the End Police Association's protests outside Nathan Hockman's office, the Hall of Injustice. All three of them will be in studio with us during our main conversation. But before we get into any of that, we're going to hop into the headlines, and we're also going to have a conversation about more than a hashtag, because as we fight and as we claim victories, we have to remember that there is still a struggle at our feet. So we're going to be talking with and inviting our justice families to call in to give us case updates. And we'll be offering some case updates about Christopher DeAndre Mitchell, whose case is still moving forward here in Los Angeles County, despite the efforts of Nathan Hockman, the terrible DA that many Angelenos were duped into voting for, who's trying to dismiss the charges against the cops who killed Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. We'll get an update on that case. I'll update you on Frank Tyson's case last week. I was in Ohio, which is why you hear this, what do they call it, a frog in your throat. Got a little frog in my throat because it was 19 degrees in Canton, Ohio. So, you know, it got me a little bit. The cold is going to get you. You don't know that song. Cold is going to get you. It's another old school hip hop song, but it wasn't cold. Love's going to get you, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll be doing those case updates. But before we get into any of that, we'll check in with you on the headlines and invite everybody to call in. What are your top stories for 2025? Phone lines are going to be open for the entire show. 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. Of course, we have most time in the first hour. So if you want to weigh in, call in, talk about your top stories, talk about the struggles, and talk about the victories, give us a call at 800-920-1580. Much more to come right here on This Is Not a Drill.
BLM's This Is Not a Drill continues when we come forward.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers, and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
got the champagne. Everybody get a glass.
KBLA Talk 1580 congratulates our own Keith Underwood, host of the weekend entertainment show Black in the Green Room, on his recent honor at the annual National Arts and Entertainment Journalism Awards. Keith received a first place award presented by the Los Angeles Press Club for his entertainment reporting, and we couldn't be prouder. Congratulations, Keith, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to BLM's This Is Not a Drill. Now, back to the conversation.
Back in the days on the boulevard I landed, we used to kick routines and the presence was fitting. It was I, the abstract, and me, the 5-footer. I kicks the mad style.
That's your jam, Amara. Remember you were on that Tribe kick for a long time. Tribe was always coming out your room. You have the best musical taste of any teenager I've ever met in my whole life.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I keep telling you should really DJ.
It's brewing.
It's brewing. It's brewing. It's cooking.
Oh, okay. So
Let her cook. Let her cook.
Welcome back to KBLA Talk 1580. And this is not a drill. It's Black Xmas season, y'all.
Wait. Hang on, because we got a caller first.
Call who?
No, there's a caller on.
Oh.
So this is Melina Abdullah. I'm in studio with my second-born child, my mini-me, my 2-day apart plus 30 or so years, Amara Abdullah, and we're grateful to be on for our 2025 Wrapped show. And we opened the phone lines, so we already got a caller, Amara. Open the phone lines for you to call in and offer your stories and updates and struggles and victories of 2025. You're welcome to call in at 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. And I think that's Deb already calling in from Black Lives Matter Grassroots Boston. Is that you, Sister Deborah?
That's me.
Oh, great to have you on the line. I know that you all are doing work. Amara started to share that it's Black Xmas season. I know you're doing a lot of work out there in Boston.
Oh, my goodness. We are doing so much work out here. We got Wade Barbecue, and that's my Aunt Linda Wade, OG. Her son does a barbecue type of pit, and he had a restaurant, but he had to close it down, but he still has the pit. He does it like, he goes around with his smoker, and it's Wade Barbecue. So it's the best barbecue in Boston.
So you pitching Wade Barbecue as a buy black business if you're in Boston. Does he have beef ribs? Because I can't eat no pork.
Please. Yes, remember we went to the Soul Food out in L.A.? Mm-hmm. What was the name of that place?
Doolin's.
Yes, this is Doolin's of Boston. Wade Barbecue. He got the rib. He smoked the ribs. Oh, my God. He got the greens. He got the collards. He got the chicken, barbecue. You don't know. If
You're
y'all come to
making me
Boston
hungry this morning, Sister Deb. So
if y'all come to Boston for convenience, y'all know we got to get some Wade Barbecue.
There we go. Well, we're grateful to have you call in, Sister Deborah Mitchell, who's co-founder of Black Lives Matter Grassroots Boston. As everyone knows, Black Lives Matter Grassroots has grown to 52 chapters all around the country, including Boston Metro. I'm grateful to have Sister Deborah call in. You're invited to call in as we hop into these headlines. Our phone number is 800-920-1580. Talk to you soon, Sister Deb. What we got in the headlines, Amara?
It's Black Xmas season, our favorite time of the year, one of our favorite time of the year. My favorite time of the year is Juneteenth, but hey. It's Black Xmas season. We are encouraging you all to build black, buy black, and bank black from Black Friday to January 1st and all holiday season long. During Black Xmas, follow and learn about Black-owned businesses that you can support for this season. Join Black Lives Matter Black Lives Matter Grassroots in divesting from white capitalism and engaging in cooperative economics. For more, please visit blackxmas.org.
And Amara, I would love for you to talk about how really almost all your life we've been doing this, right? So for the last 10, 12 years, we've been doing this, and it's always an exercise. And I think a few years ago, y'all used to get a little frustrated with me because I'd go, we can't go there. It's Black Xmas, because we spend not a dollar other than groceries and gas with white folks during Black Xmas season. What does that feel like for you as a 19-year-old?
I think it's just a time to remember that this is something that we should be doing year-round. We should always be intentional about where we put our dollars. We should always be trying to build up the Black community in every way that's possible. You know, the money is going to get spent anyway. And so if we're going to be spending money, it's important where we put our money, right? Because even though it's not coming back to us directly, it's still getting reinvested in our communities. And I think that that's really important. There was conversations about how Black people are some of the highest spenders in the country. So imagine where Black people, what would happen if Black people were more intentional about where we put our dollars. Imagine how much that could do for, you know, our community.
Right. And there's 3 tenets, right? Build Black, which is the one I got to work with you on. And you're like most young people, right? I say money burns a hole in your pocket, right? But we want to make sure that we don't just spend willy-nilly on all kinds of things that we don't need. We can build Black. You can take those dollars and invest them in Black-led, Black-serving organizations like BLM Grassroots, like the Fernando Pullum Center where you used to go, right? Like even AYSO Soccer, right? Invest it. You don't have to be constant consumers. Second, buy Black. We boycott Starbucks. Why do we boycott Starbucks, Amara?
Because they are investors in the genocide in Palestine. They fund the genocide in Palestine.
Yeah, so you can't buy Starbucks, but guess where we going right after the show?
Haroon Coffee.
Haroon Coffee. I like their chai tea lattes better anyway. I like that lavender latte they have at Hilltop Coffee is phenomenal. It's unparalleled, right?
I've never tried that before. I got to go over there.
Tandiwe hit me today. So buy Black. If you're going to spend money, if you're going to buy things, buy Black. I love the feeling, and I know you do more than me, of walking into Earl's. I've never been to a Wiener Schnitzel. Why would you go to Wiener Schnitzel when you got Earl's, right? So buy Black. And then lastly, and this information keeps coming out, banks, white corporate banks, almost all of them made their first profit off of chattel slavery, right? So why would you put your money there? But not just because of that, because they also treat Black customers terribly. There's a new incident of a Black woman outside of Atlanta who happens to be related to the co-founder of our Black Lives Matter Grassroots DeKalb County chapter, who went in and was lambasted and dragged by folks at some white corporate bank. So don't bank with Bank of America or a Chase or Wells Fargo or any of these corporate banks, or Citibank, which financed the Dakota Access Pipeline, right? Desecrating indigenous community, right? Don't bank with them. Move your money to One United Bank or a credit union or any other Black-owned bank, right? So we say build Black, buy Black, bank Black. What else we got in headlines?
So on Friday in the LA City Council meeting, council members were pressed by Mayor Karen Bass to fund the hiring of additional LAPD in order to meet the mayor's requested number of 410 hired in fiscal this year. According to reporting by the LA Times, the council has so far hired 240 new cops and are hesitant to hire more, considering the massive deficit.
So listen, I wrote my column in the LA Sentinel about Karen Bass. And I've shared with folks, but you know more than most, that Karen Bass is a friend of ours. How many times have you met Karen Bass?
More than I can count. I actually had my first college internship at her nonprofit community coalition. So, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Has she been to our house?
She's been to our house. She's been to the Center for Black Power. I've just been around her for a long time. I remember.
Yeah. She held you when you were a baby. She's somebody, I want to be very clear that what I'm about to say is not because we don't like Karen Bass. I love Karen Bass as a human being. And she needs to come back to what she knows is right. She knows better. Community Coalition, which you mentioned, was founded because we know cops don't keep us safe. Community Coalition was founded to bring resources into South Central Los Angeles for Black people. And that was Karen Bass's vision. And now, because she's being pulled by the LA Police Protective League, by the police lobby, because she doesn't want them spending another, $3.5 million to fund her opponent, she is completely kowtowing to them at a time when crime is actually down. We don't need more cops on the street. At a time when the city is in a massive deficit. So this is disgusting. It's outrageous. And we're calling Karen Bass back to herself and what she knows is right. Same with Marquise Harris Dawson, who was the first one. He used to call himself my best friend. First to hold my firstborn child, right? They can't keep giving away our dollars to cops. There's more to come here on This Is Not a Drill. You're welcome to call in 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580.
BLM's This Is Not a Drill, only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. President Trump is announcing new deals to cut drug prices backed by pharma execs supporting his most favored nation pricing plan.
Whatever the lowest number is, if it's Germany, if it's in UK, anywhere, we will match that price.
He also introduced Trump RX, a site launching early next year to help people find cheaper prescriptions. Black Senator Angela Alsobrooks says Maryland must act on redistricting while other states move aggressively. As head of the governor's redistricting commission, she says the new maps will help ensure Congress reflects the people's will and holds the president accountable. And Shaquille O'Neal stepped into the role of Santa this week for students in DeKalb County, Georgia. According to Fox 5, he transformed the gym at the DeKalb School of the Arts into a festive winter wonderland, handing out digital gift cards and prizes. He says he'll be back in the new year with 300 pairs of shoes for the kids. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
This Thanksgiving, take the family to new heights at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Enjoy ride and dine at Pines Cafe or a holiday meal at both Pines Cafe or Peaks Restaurant. Lunch and dinner with stunning views, 8,500 feet above the desert floor. Visit pstramway.com. Rise into wonder.
Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader. If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black.
Follow the leader.
Following the leader.
Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood.
Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach? Transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal? Prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
BLM's This Is Not a Drill continues right now.
It's Melina Abdullah, and I am blessed to be in studio with my second born, Amara Keone Abdullah, as we engage in this BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped conversation. BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped. What else we got in the headlines, Amara?
So congratulations to longtime professor and filmmaker Amina Bakir Abdul-Jabbar in her appointment as the chair of Department of Pan-African Studies at Cal State LA. And this is also an auntie of mine, so, I'm personally proud of her. And I'm excited for, the transformations that will come for Pan-African Studies. I was never a student at Cal State LA, but I definitely was influenced by that department. So, this is exciting for me.
It's exciting for me too. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum, Professor Amina Abdul-Jabbar, who is also, Amara gave away the info, but also my sister from another mister for a long time, since I was about your age, Amara. I always called myself the other Bakir sister. So brilliant, creative, visionary, ethical. I'm so honored to call her my department chair, Amina Bakir Abdul-Jabbar. Thank you so much for calling in, Sister Amina.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Amara, for that generous intro as well. Thank you, Dr. Melina Abdullah. I'm a fan of the work of this radio station, as well as just the work that you do on and off campus. I think it impacts us on a global level. I'm excited. I think the few words about the vision. The vision is just to connect our department to the community. Returning it to its roots, making sure that we are rooted in community. We're the second oldest Pan-African Studies department in the nation, right? And I believe we started around 1969, and I'm trying to fill up stand in some big shoes. I would be remiss if I didn't speak to Dr. Halisi, who brought me in as well, and his legacy with the US organization. So for me, it's just returning it to the community. This is a department that has always, that was our number one goal, serve the community. If we serve the community, we serve the students. If we serve the students in the community, we serve the city. If we serve the city, we serve the nation. If we serve the nation, we serve the world.
Ashe, I mean, I am so excited. I think when the announcement came out, I called you. I was on my walk, and I'm so excited. Like, my heart is full. I'm so excited, Amina. Your vision and leadership, but also your ethics and your grounding in community. It makes me want to tear up. So I hope that we can have you on the show in January to really flesh out what your vision is. But Pan-African Studies at Cal State LA is back to being who we're intended to be. And I love, maybe we could get you in conversation with Ayuko Babu, who was a student when he was part of the BSU, who helped to found Pan-African Studies. He's also Pan-African Film Festival, like you, a film enthusiast, and really understands the power of storytelling. So this is supposed to just be a headline, but it's at the top of my headlines list. The new chair of Pan-African Studies at Cal State LA, Professor Amina Bakir Abdul-Jabbar, who's also the daughter of Donald Bakir. So if you know anything about LA, you know the name of Donald Bakir, and the sister of Kenyatta Bakir and Akila Bakir and all of these other Bakirs, and me, my sister too. Grateful for you.
Thanks for having me on. I just also want to shout out my, I'm so excited to say that it's not just me. This is an honor to serve, because the Department of Pan-African Studies has rock star professors. So I'm just going to be watching them do their thing, getting out of their way. But thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Amara. Thank you, Dr. Abdullah.
Thank you.
Have a great time.
Talk to you soon.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. All right. What else we got in headlines, Amara?
So tomorrow is our annual Black Christmas giveaway with Assemblyman Isaac Bryan. This year we are doing we are at the Crenshaw Y starting at 11 a.m. Get there early and bring your kiddos for toy and food giveaways. BLM LA will also have a booth. This is one of my favorite events of, the holiday giving season.
Yes.
It's always very communal, very fun. Even people like to act like, what is it, quote unquote service, like we call it in the HBCU space. Service is not fun, but service is
hella fun.
Hella fun when you're with us, at least.
We gonna have some hot chocolate. We gonna have some music, some stickers. I think Miss Vanessa might come through and do some, I love a line dance. We might have some line dancing. So this year we're at the Y. We're normally at the park, but our building is under construction. Can't really use the building. So we'll be at the Y this year. So encouraging everybody to come on through, and we'll be handing out Black Xmas stickers. We also got some really, really great gifts. Your friend's mom, Danielle, is making some special shea butters for us. So you want to be at the front of that line to get some shea butters and oils made by the hands of a beautiful, brilliant, creative black woman. And we got some callers on the line. I think we got Woodard on line 3. We ready for that, Simeon? Woodard on line 3. You there?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I am. How you doing?
Good. How you doing? I can't really see what your full name is. So who is that calling in?
Oh, my name is Michael Woodard. There should be another caller. His name is Malachi Jones. Me and him both are on the same call for the purpose that we're calling for.
Good. What you got? What you got for us, Michael Woodard?
Are you able to pick him up on this call too?
No, we lost him. So go ahead.
Oh, wow. Well, what happened was in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh, this is Cello's family. Are you Cello's family?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead. Thank you, Brother Michael. Yes, go ahead.
Do we have availability to get his son on this phone call? It'd be very important if we could. Or,
if you talk to him, why don't we go to the next caller? And if you talk to him, can you call him and ask him to call back in? Are we able to get 2 calls at the same time, Sim? Okay. So if you ask him to call back in, we'll bring you 2 on as soon as he rejoins, okay?
All right, sounds good. Appreciate your time.
Okay, appreciate you. Brother Jamu is calling in on line 1. What we got, Brother Jamu?
Hey, peace and blessings. How you doing, Melina?
I'm all right. I got this little frog in my throat, but I'm all right.
All right. Send my love to the Abdullah family. I see you and your daughter. Y'all doing y'all thing this morning. I had to tap in and let everybody know the Black Lives Matter prison chapter is alive and well. We thriving. And thanks to the help to the Black Lives Matter Grassroots. What I wanted to talk about real quick, that me and my cellie, we got some things going on in the California state prison system. We can't tell you what prison we in, but we got some things going on, and anybody that want to reach out to help what we got going on with these programs to better those people that's in here, so when they get out, we're looking for any kind of assistance, maybe send us books, any kind of literature that's for movement building movements, so to prepare the brothers that get out. Anybody want to reach out, you can go to Melina. Melina know how to contact me. But I just wanted to make my presence felt this morning to continue to support the efforts of building, connecting, and showing my love to everything you guys been doing, supporting us behind these walls.
And it's an honor and a blessing to be in community with you, Brother Jamu. Anybody who wants to support BLM Grassroots prison chapters, because he's initiated 3 of them now, please reach out through BLM Grassroots. You can DM us or DM me at Doc Melly Mel, and I'll make sure I put you in touch. We'll make sure, too, I want to see what's on your book list. We'll make sure we hit you with some books. I'm grateful for the political education that you do, but also the work that you do around those of our folks who are inside, especially during the holidays. We got to remember that we say free them all, and it's not just political prisoners of the past. Brother Ajama was inside because, and has been there since he was a 16-year-old child, because of his political work. So we have to free our political prisoners. Grateful for you, my brother.
I'm grateful for you, and thank you. Oh, one more thing. If they're in the Crenshaw district area, make sure they stop at the Bat Boutique in the Crenshaw area. It's right behind Earl's, the hot dog stand, and tell them Jay sent you, or a Jamu, whatever one. Just, stop by. Sometimes we give out a lot of free things. And thank you for, like I said, continue to support us. Thank you, Melina, for continuing to support us. You and your family, we love y'all.
We love you too. When we come forward, we think we'll have the family of Marcello Woodard on the line. Much more to come right here on This Is Not a Drill.
BLM's This Is Not a Drill, only on KBLA Talk 1580.
When you turn to the Employment Development Department, we'll help you get there. Whether it's support for you and your family while you find a new job, or the resources to focus on your recovery after illness or injury, we can help you move forward. From support while you bond with your newborn, to helping serve your family while your partner serves our country. Your EDD. We'll help you get there. For more information, visit edd.ca.gov.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
This is Trainer Games.
Watch it on Prime Video starting January 8th.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
Unapologetically progressive, unapologetically black. More now, BLM's This Is Not a Drill.
Whoa, yeah.
My name is Melina Abdullah, and I'm in studio with Amara Keone Abdullah, my second born and co-founder of Black Lives Matter Youth Vanguard. And we're going through these headlines. We don't have an official more than a hashtag guest this morning because it's BLM Grassroots 2025 wrapped. But we're grateful to have with us on the line Michael Woodard, who is the son of Marcello Woodard. Some folks will remember that Marcello Woodard was murdered by not a cop, by his parole officer. And just this week, we learned that parole officer is being charged criminally for the murder of Marcello Woodard in Erie, Pennsylvania. Brother Michael, so grateful to have you on the line.
I want to thank you for having me today. And I would like to clear this up real quick. I'm his distant cousin. His son that was trying to get on the radio here, he needs to refrain from anything, any podcast now that the parole officer has been charged. So my name is Michael Woodard. His son's name is Malachi Woodard Jones.
Okay, thank you for that clarification, Brother Michael. And we know oftentimes when there's cases, they put gag orders on the families. So we're grateful that you can call in as his cousin. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened to your cousin Marcello?
Yes. On July 2nd, Marcello Woodard was unarmed and gunned down by his parole officer. And since that day, we were confused as a community. They were saying that they were doing a compliance check on him. Mind you, he's due to get off of parole within 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, have you ever heard of a parole officer wanting to, to bug you after you only got a little bit of time left? Normally what they'll say is, hey, you got like a month left, maybe 2 months left, and they'll say, hey, just do your time, and then we'll holler at you when it's all said and done. Well, the parole officer took it upon himself to take Marcello Woodard's life. And the Pennsylvania State Police stated that Marcello had dragged the parole officer is the reason why the parole officer had to take the shots. Well, we had a video, a ring camera from a neighbor named Christy Sweet, and she had put the camera video out. We got it out to the media, and it contradicts what the Pennsylvania State Police had said. So now we have a position where there's actual footage stating that the parole officer was in the wrong. So we're not getting the answers from the DA for months. We're protesting. We're going down to city council meetings, county council meetings. We're reaching out as far as we can to anybody that can hear our call to let the community and the world know that this is wrong and we need justice for Cello. Throughout the process, Attorney Ben Crump did end up coming into Erie. He heard that what would happen here, so he took on the civil case for the family. Moving forward, after Attorney Crump had came to Erie, we still haven't heard any answers from the DA. The DA wasn't transparent from the beginning as far as giving the intermediate family any type of answers or anything. So can you imagine one of your family members getting shot and killed, especially by a parole officer, and she's not being transparent, not giving me any type of answers or anything? So we still are hitting the streets, searching for answers. Somebody needs to hear us. Please, somebody hears that this is wrong in Erie, PA. We got a problem going on. Moving forward, the DA did file those charges, which at this point puts us in the position that we feel like we've been heard. It feels like it's been a relief to the family, and now we need to move forward and get ready for trial.
That's right. That's right. And do we have a trial date? I know that the announcement of the charges just came late this week. Do we have a trial date yet?
Not at this time. There's not any trial date. But the charges came actually yesterday, early in the morning, and that was such a relief on the community. So no, at this time there is no date. No, not even an arraignment date yet.
So we're going to ask for folks to stay plugged in with BLM Grassroots. I know Brother Reggie Bunch Pastor Reggie Bunch is in touch with the family, and he keeps us regularly updated on what's happening with the case. We'll make sure that we stay on it. I know our Buffalo chapter is also plugged in with what's happening there. And yes, this is a tremendous step forward, and we know we can't afford to look away, right? Because
that's right.
The case like Frank Tyson, they charged those cops, and now they're trying to drop those charges. So the people got to keep our eyes on it. We have to say justice in the name of Marcello Woodard, and we have to stand strong to make sure that there is some accountability. Justice would mean that this black man is still with us, but we can get accountability and justice in his name. So we're grateful for you, Brother Michael, for calling in.
Also, thank you very much. Also like to put out there, if anybody wanted to, follow what's going on with the case and how the city is moving and how we're advocating for this, because let me remind everyone, this is only the second time in U.S. history that this has happened, that a parole officer took a parolee's life. So his son, Malachi Woodard Jones, has stepped into the fight. He started a Facebook page called Enough Blood Official. And that's him stepping in for himself, is stepping in for his family, him stepping in for the community and for the rest of the United States of America. And he's hoping to help many more community members across our nation, if this ever happens to them, to see able to reach out, no matter what race they are, no matter what walks of life they come from. And also, if they want to follow what's happening since July 2nd, I have a Facebook page called The Justice for Cello Movement group that they can, see what's going on, advocate, and help us. And we love all support coming from L.A. all the way to Erie, and then however we can get any type of help from you guys. I really appreciate that across from the whole city.
Great. We'll stay connected, Brother Michael, and I can connect with you through Pastor Regi as well. We got a couple more headlines to get through before we get into our main conversation. We lift Cello's name and we say his name, Cello Woodard, Marcello Woodard. Say his name.
Marcello Woodard.
Marcello Woodard. Marcello Woodard. Justice for Cello, or we won't settle.
Justice for Cello, or we won't settle. I like that. Ashe. Just as we are closing out these headlines, we want to make sure that there's two things that our folks are up to speed on. One, yesterday, Black Lives Matter Los Angeles sent a letter to District Attorney Nathan Hochman as he closes out 2025 with blood on his hands, as he closes out 2025 doing the work of injustice, as he closes out 2025 in the midst of Hanukkah, and he's supposed to be Jewish. He's a liar, right? And so we call him into the best of himself. And we say, we need you to know why we've been protesting outside your office all of these months, and we demand a community meeting. So Black Lives Matter Los Angeles sent that letter to him because he pretended like he didn't know why we've been protesting him. We protest him in the name of Christopher DeAndre Mitchell, and we are demanding a community meeting at the top of January so he can answer for his misdeeds. Second thing, we just want folks to remember that Black Christmas also comes with protest. Plug in, because we're going to do some things on the 23rd. We don't announce everything out loud up front, but plug into BLM Los Angeles on Instagram, BLM Los Angeles on Instagram for what we about to do on the 23rd. And if you want to get on our mailing list, you can go to blmla.org and do it that way, or blmgrassroots.org and sign up for our mailing list. When we come forward, we got Michael Williams, we got Sheila Bates, we got Joseph Williams, and it is BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. President Trump is announcing new deals to cut drug prices backed by pharma execs supporting his most favored nation pricing plan.
Whatever the lowest number is, if it's Germany, if it's in UK, anywhere, we will match that price.
He also introduced Trump RX, a site launching early next year to help people find cheaper prescriptions. Black Senator Angela Alsobrooke says Maryland must act on redistricting while other states move aggressively. As head of the governor's redistricting commission, she says the new maps will help ensure Congress reflects the people's will and holds the president accountable. And Shaquille O'Neal stepped into the role of Santa this week for students in DeKalb County, Georgia. According to Fox 5, he transformed the gym at the DeKalb School of the Arts into a festive winter wonderland, handing out digital gift cards and prizes. He says he'll be back in the new year with 300 pairs of shoes for the kids. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and most of all, being known, loved, and protected. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393.
Yeah, yo, come on. Pick up the drum.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we fight the power every day.
Yeah, gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey.
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it. Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power.
This is not a drill. 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 This is real.
This is not a drill on KBLA Talk 1580, and we got a packed studio today. My name is Melina Abdullah. I'm in the host chair. My second born is like, you kicked me out of my seat. They in the co-host chair, Amara Keone Abdullah, but we also got our folks. We deep in these streets. We got our folks. We got Sheila Bates, our policy coordinator for BLM Grassroots, who also leads our Torrance team, and Michael Williams, who leads our Pasadena team, all in the studio. We're expecting Joseph Williams to join us as well. And, of course, it's BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped. Everyone is welcome to call in. Grateful we've had some of our chapters calling in. BLM Boston called in. BLM prison chapters called in. And now I'm seeing Brother Tig. I think he is BLM North Carolina. I don't think there's any more Brother Tigs other than Brother Tigmatic from BLM North Carolina. Is that you, brother?
I'm here.
Grateful
How you doing,
to
doctor?
have you. Good. I'm all right. Good to have you calling in.
I'm blessed to be here.
What
Blessed
you
to be
holding
here.
down in North Carolina?
All right, so right now, I'm doing what I usually do, as far as podcasting and getting all the chapters interviewed for Black Xmas, but also I'm working on my action initiative, and that's advocate, speak up for justice and policy, create, build safe spaces and solutions, train, educate the youth and community, inspire, empower collective healing and growth, organize, mobilize and protest, and nurture, support mental health, wellness, and family strength out here. So that's what I'm doing right now.
That's powerful work. Work, Brother Tig. And you have the Pot Podcast, and folks can tune in where? How do they catch the Pot Podcast?
Yeah, so you can catch the Pot Podcast on YouTube, or you can catch it on Facebook as well.
And they just look for
and
the
Hollywood TV and Hollywood Radio.
Okay. And how did they pull it up, though? Just look for the Pot Podcast? Are you the only Pot Podcast?
Yeah, so you can, yes, ma'am, you can look up the Pot P-O-T, and no, folks, the pot is not about weed, because a lot of people think that when they hear that. But the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic, Tigmatic,
I didn't
on
even
YouTube.
think about weed. I thought food. I was like, is this a conversation?
And that's what we're trying to give them, some mental food.
Some mental food. The Pot Podcast with Tigmatic. Grateful to have you calling in, and I get to be a guest. I think our episode airs in January. So grateful to have been in conversation with you, but also very, very grateful for the work that you're carrying in North Carolina. And we are in studio. Thanks for calling in, Brother Tig. We're in studio with Michael Williams of BLM Grassroots Pasadena, and Sheila Bates, who's frequently with LA, but also leads our Torrance team and does our policy work. We're doing BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped, which we used to call Claiming Our Victories, but the young people call it Wrapped, so we use in their language so we could be a little fancy. And look who's walking in. Who's walking in is Joseph Williams. They are no relation, Joseph and Michael Williams. Spiritual relation. No blood relation that we know of. No blood relation that we know of. Look, y'all, we're talking about 2025 Wrapped, and I wanted to just kick it off with you, Brother Michael, because we started 2025 doing really intense work together. You lead the Black Lives Matter Grassroots Pasadena team, and we know that one of the most historic Black communities in the nation was burned out by the Altadena fires. You and your family were displaced by these fires. And we quickly got on it and said we have to do something, even though emergency response is not anything we signed up for. It's something that we had to do as Black Lives Matter Grassroots. One, can you talk about the significance of the Altadena fires, and two, why BLM Grassroots had to get involved?
Yeah, thank you for allowing me to talk about this. And yeah, I appreciate the support. I personally know over 24 people who have lost their homes due to the fire, and am constantly meeting more people who have lost their homes. I was just in Altadena, in the Altadena area, because I was watching Christmas. I was going to look at Christmas light. Christmas Tree Lane is back open in Altadena, and some other places that were hit by the fire are putting Christmas lights up. And so, I was going through there and seeing the devastation, and it's worse even farther up. But just seeing now what was burnt out houses and things like that are now just empty lots. It looks like, just plain going across Altadena, which once was a thriving neighborhood where people lived. People, like I said, people put up lights for Christmas. They were known. Christmas Tree Lane, Hastings Ranch is known for their light shows every single year. And so, it's a devastating thing. But it was good to see that despite of this, there was so much community out for these light shows. It gives me hope that, the community is still there, and the community is still fighting to keep its place within Altadena, and they're still supporting one another. And so it was really good to see the community out and supporting one another in this Christmas holiday season.
Yeah, well, we're really appreciative of those updates. And can you talk about, so you were displaced, your home wasn't burned down, but you live in a 3-generation home, right? Yourself, your parents, your grandmother. How old is your grandmother now?
101.
Wow, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. You all were displaced. You were able to move back into your home. But one of the things, Michael, that I saw, even in the midst of the devastation of your own residents, you said we got to make sure that we help. Why did you think it was appropriate and important for Black Lives Matter Grassroots to help Black people in the midst of one of the most devastating catastrophes that I've ever seen in my lifetime?
Constantly we talk about the idea of, community is what protects us, right? It's community that supports us. It's community that provides. And in the aftermath of what happened in the Eaton fires, that's what I saw. And that's what's continuing to be the driving force and support for a lot of people in Altadena is community. And so I thought, I was so grateful. I was just beyond blessed to have been a part of Black Lives Matter for so long, and being with so many great organizers that were able to help people that I knew, right, and help my community in the time of need, right? And it's one of the reasons why I joined BLM Grassroots, when I did, and why I've been so dedicated to our work is because of that community support, right? I see it time and time again, and I knew that, I was like, what good am I if in this moment if I'm not using the resources and the connections that I have to help my community in this moment? And so, I really tried to make sure that, I connected people in the right way. And, I did I think I did very little in comparison to all the people that did so much more connecting and things. I was just really a bridge to resources. But there were so many other people that did so much good work, not only in Black Lives Matter Grassroots, but other community members within Altadena that were literally the day after the Eaton fires happened, were providing resources for community. And so I was just so grateful to be a part of that community and that organizing space with Black Lives Matter Grassroots and other organizers in Altadena.
Yeah. And because of you, though, Michael, I know you said you did very little, but that's not true, right? because of you, we were connected with lots of families, including many of our own members and comrades. Our Baba Hank Jones was burned out of his house. Brother Martin Gordon lost his home. Our elder Al-Kebulan was moved out. I think he's still in the Inland Empire. Lots of others. Baba Noche lost Rhythms of the Village. And we were able to talk with them because they are our people. Kayla Felton, who's our member, right? Also in a multi-generational home, lost her space. And so we were able to talk to them, and people were saying what they need is cash, right? They did not want to get and start rummaging through bins. I remember distinctly talking with Brother Martin, who's a movement elder. I don't want to rummage through bins and rummage through boxes looking for underwear. I just want to go to Target and buy my own underwear. And so we were able to get more than $50,000 in cash in the hands of our people. And what you did, Brother Michael, is help us keep up with what are the needs. We need air purifiers this week, right? Today we need canned goods, right? Before that, the day before, we needed produce. We need bedding, right? And so we would update those lists. And all of that was really, really important work. And it made me feel connected. I think that's the word that you use. It made me feel connected. We don't have no money to rebuild people's homes. But what we can do is wrap our arms around them. What we can do is say, we hear the black women saying, remember the big call, we need black women's hair care products, right? Yep. And when we set up those tables, those hair care products went instantly.
Quick.
Because nobody was, if you're not in conversation, you just donate. And this is Altadena. This is black folks. How we going to do our hair, right? We had professors who said, I lost my books, and we're able to connect them and provide new book collections, right? And so those are the things that you help to facilitate, and we're really, really grateful for you really pulling and stretching BLM Grassroots to do more of the work that we believe that we're called to do. So thank you for that, Brother Michael. I mentioned it's a crowded studio. We got Joseph Williams. We got Sheila Bates. We going to check in. Amara Keone Abdullah is going to check in with Joseph Williams when we come forward. Of course, we're taking your calls at 800-920-1580 right here on This Is Not a Drill.
More of BLM's This Is Not a Drill. Up next, we got a lot to talk about.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
BLM's This Is Not a Drill continues right now.
Make me feel like paradise. Give me what I'm missing.
My name is Melina Abdullah, and I am in studio with a crowded, I don't know what y'all doing, what y'all snickering about over there. Crowded. With a studio full of folks, all my people are in studio. Amara Keone Abdullah, my second born and co-founder of the Youth Vanguard and sophomore at Clark Atlanta University, is here along with Joseph Williams of Students Deserve and the BLM LA core team. I love how you representing for both right now. Got on the students. You, what do they call it? Brand mixing? What you brand mixing? Students Deserve hat and a BLM.
We all in the family. We all in the same brand mixing. It's a family reunion.
And Michael Williams of BLM Pasadena, who also leads the weekly protests outside of the terrible DA's office, our M Police Association's rally, as well as Sheila Bates, the corniest person I know. We share the corny mama auntie jokes. I love your jokes, Sheila. I think I appreciate them more than anybody else. Does anybody else appreciate it more than me?
Yasmin appreciates them.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so the three of us are cornballs.
Yasmin appreciates anything.
So we are on BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped, and we got Brother Carl calling in from cold old Illinois. Brother Carl leads the Black Lives Matter Grassroots Lake County, Illinois chapter. What you got for us this morning, Brother Carl?
That's Big Brother Clyde of Lake County. I'm in Will County.
Oh, I thought you were. I always confuse your counties. Will County is still cold, though.
It's definitely cold, but you know what? We're going to have like 50 next week for Xmas Day. So
50 degrees, that's warm. I live in LA.
Yeah.
If it's not 80, we don't like it.
Yeah, 50 is like summertime for us.
Okay. What you doing out there in Will County, your Will County?
Well, this year, you know, the saying, like, hard times create strong men. And in general, hard times create, you know, a strong sense of solidarity within the struggle. And so that's one thing. That's one of the main things we were trying to do was establish a sense of solidarity with other organizations, so that they could see, you know what I mean, we can see we all had the same common problem right now. And so we participated in a lot of the No Kings events, and we met a lot of people who understood that, like, right now Black history is being erased right before our eyes, and diversity and equity and inclusion is being erased before our eyes, is being attacked, and you know what I mean, black institutional learning are being attacked right before our eyes. So we see all this going on, and we need solidarity there so we can create change because you know, right now all we have is the people, all we have is each other, and we're the only ones going to be able to keep us safe. And so we focus on that, and then on a local level, we have a lot of fights locally that are still creative change. We're trying to create more legislative change and find ways to hold police accountable for misconduct, you know, and other things. We have a real tight-lipped like system out here where the state's attorney, the coroner, and several of the police departments, they kind of work hand in hand. So when something does happen and it's a loss of life by the police, they had it pretty well. So we're trying to demolish that system. And we've been working on from the city hall trying to get us establishing a citizens review board at the city hall so that citizens will be able to have some stake in accountability for police misconduct. With some of our partners, we have a partner org that we also part of called Equity and Transformation. We got first guaranteed income program in the nation passed, which is we had originally took 130 families of formerly incarcerated people, gave them $500 a month in network resources. We had like a 2% recidivism rate. And then we got the city of Chicago, the Mayor Brandon Johnson signed on to it. The county also signed on to it. The county just passed it in their budget for next year. So they put in $7.5 million towards formerly incarcerated families off a program that we helped establish, and they built a program off our program. They merited. They actually had members that they actually had the founder of Equity and Transformation, Richard Wallace, on the board to help design and structure the program. So, we know it's legit. It's on the up and up. They didn't leave anything out. And so, that's just what we're trying to do. I heard you and I heard Mary Hook over the last 2 weeks both make statements about building community and solidarity. And I definitely agree with y'all, you know what I mean? And that's right in the forefront right now. So like all organizers should see that and understand that who got us, we got us. And if we don't have the solidarity that's necessary, it's easy to be broken and torn down. You know what I mean? They can attack us one by one, but if we stand together, we got a mighty fist. So,
That's right.
So that's what we've been doing out here.
That's right. Well, you are holding it down. How do people follow the work of BLM Grassroots Will County?
We got an Instagram page. You can follow the Instagram page. It's BLM Will County Grassroots. And then you can follow my personal pages, Carl Farrell on Facebook, and I think Mr. Farrell 24 on Instagram. You can also follow Nicole Lurie. She's one of the founders of the chapter. It's just her name on Facebook, Nicole Lurie on Facebook. She always doing wonderful things. We just did a twin coat drive for one of her organizations that she created the day before yesterday. We helped service like 280 kids, plus 300 kids, make sure they all had coats for the winter because, it's cold. And, that's where we at with it. That's what we're doing. So we just going to keep pushing, and we look forward to seeing y'all.
Well, we're grateful for your work, and we're grateful for your call. Thank you so much, Brother Carl. Stay warm out there.
We're going to try.
I'm going to pass the mic back to my second born, Amara Keone Abdullah. You sitting next to one of your favorite people in the world, Brother Joseph Williams. Joseph keeps doing work with the young people. Y'all have a camaraderie that really is rooted in work as well as in spirit. Can you talk about the work that you all have done together a little bit?
Yes, so I'm here with my brother, Joseph Williams. I have been, on and off involved in Students Deserve for as long as I can remember. But I'm kind of tapped out now because I went on to college out of state. So, Joseph, could you tell us a little bit about the work that you've been doing with Students Deserve over this past year?
Yeah. What's up? First of all, good to be in studio with y'all. Grateful to be in this moment of reflection with y'all. And so, Doc, you asked what work we've done together and a lot of the work that we're doing now is built on the work that Amara and Tandiwe and so many other, Marche and Kalila and so many other young people who were in high school before 2020 and who were fighting for an end to random searches and who were fighting for getting cops off campus and who were fighting for defunding the police and who won a lot of really major victories, divesting $25 million from the annual police budget to create the Black Student Achievement Plan in LAUSD. And we are still here 5 years later fighting for the Black Student Achievement Plan, which started with that $25 million. And this year, actually, one of the major victories that we were able to have as school districts and, entities and corporations and the government and everybody around the country is rolling back and attacking and defunding, quote unquote DEI programs, anything that says Black, et cetera, et cetera. We were able to expand the Black Student Achievement Plan by $50 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pause on that. So what's the total Black Student Achievement Plan budget now?
So this year, the Black Student Achievement Plan budget is $175 million.
Wow.
From zero, prior to 2020, right? No positive resources targeted towards Black students in LAUSD's history. And we already know, right, the history of, over-targeting and over-criminalization and underfunding and underserving, under-resourcing, all the kinds of things that were happening, Black students being pushed out, pushed into the school-to-prison pipeline, et cetera, et cetera. And now for the last 5 years, we've had schools, Black students have had schools with more counselors, more restorative justice teachers, more psychiatric social workers, school climate advocates instead of school police on campus, funding for community partnerships and community-based safety programs, and so many other funding for parent reps to connect with Black parents, funding for college tours that Amara was able to go on, and so many other young people who were never able to experience HBCUs. So we have fought to protect and expand that, even as, around the country, those kind of things are being rolled back.
That's amazing work. When we come forward, Amara, I want you to just plug in on what the Black Student Achievement Plan has meant for you personally. Right here on This Is Not a Drill. Of course, your calls are still welcome at 800-920-1580. And then we're going to have to pull Sister Sheila into the combo. Much more to come right here on This Is Not a Drill.
More of BLM's This Is Not a Drill up next. We've got a lot to talk about.
I'm Ray Harris with BIN News Now. A record 122.4 million Americans are expected to travel at least 50 miles from home this holiday season.
Young people, Gen Z, likes to travel.
Americans are losing trust in pro and college sports as the popularity rises for online gambling.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
If you're celebrating a birthday this weekend, happy birthday.
Everybody keep your mouth shut. Do like I say.
Also celebrating award-winning actor and credit card pitchman.
Hey, you shut your face. You hear me?
Samuel L. Jackson is 77.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of?
Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeart Radio app.
Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and most of all, being known, loved, and protected. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393.
Yeah, y'all, come on. Pick up the drums.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we fight the power every day.
Yeah, gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey.
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it! Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power! Fight the power!
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Break out the champagne. Everybody get a glass.
KBLA Talk 1580 congratulates our own Keith Underwood, host of the weekend entertainment show Black in the Green Room, on his recent honor at the annual National Arts and Entertainment Journalism Awards. Keith received a first place award presented by the Los Angeles Press Club for his entertainment reporting, and we couldn't be prouder. Congratulations, Keith, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to BLM's This Is Not a Drill. Now, back to the conversation.
already knew what was up. He said, take your time with this one. This is the best guitar solo in history. If you don't agree with me, fight me. That's Prince. That's Prince. I'm serious. I could still fight you though. My name is Melina Abdullah. I'm in studio with Amara Keone Abdullah, Joseph Williams, Michael Williams, and Sheila Bates. We got a lot to get in. Amara, we wanted to just have you talk quickly about something that Joseph raised about the impact of Students Deserve.
So I was actually one of the first groups of students to experience the effects of BSAP. I was in the first group of students to attend the HBCU tour where we actually attended the AUC, and now I ended up at Clark Atlanta University. So that was the very first HBCU that I ever visited. And when I transferred into Clark, it really did feel like a full circle moment because I remembered attending with my classmates, and I was already kind of familiar with the campus because of that tour. So many of us would have never had the opportunity to travel to HBCUs and really see what the HBCU experience is like, especially being from Los Angeles, where we do have a strong Black community, but it's nothing like, the camaraderie of an HBCU. So that was a really important and foundational experience for me. I don't know that I would be where I'm at without that experience. And so I really want to emphasize that the Black Student Achievement Plan is not something that just kind of throws out money and says that they're doing things for Black people, and it's really just like giving them free stuff and handouts because they're Black. That's not what's going on. And even if that was what's going on, we deserve that because
there we go.
Other groups have had that for their whole lives. White people have had that for their whole lives. And so I believe that that's leveling the playing field. We were also given mental health counselors. We were also given personal academic counselors where we can get help from people who actually look like us. I think that we often undermine the importance of having academic support from people who also look like you, not just representations in the media of people who look like you, but people who are really there in the place that you spend the most time outside of home, looking out for you. So yeah, BSAP has been really important to me, and I'm slightly jealous that other students are, getting the
fruits of your labor.
The fruits of my labor, yes. But
one of them is
my
your brother.
My brother is one of those students. So I get to tease him about that at home. That I got him to where he's at. So I'm not too mad about that.
But I think, Joseph, I hope that it's resonating with you, that your work is not just theoretical work. We believe in the work, but what I'm hearing embedded, and I say this all the time, but also hearing it from Amara herself, is that these are real impacts on real people. Like, these are real transformations of our real kids' lives. And I want to pass it to Sheila, talking about real impacts on real people's lives as our policy coordinator for BLM Grassroots and also our lead for the Torrance team. A lot of the work that you do feels like, what do they call them, policy wonks, right? Feels wonky, right? But it's not actually wonky, right? When we talk about some of the victories that we've just won, there's a lot that's moving through policy, but I want you to you can read my mind, so you know the one I'm talking about.
Absolutely. So one of the biggest wins that we've had recently is here in California that we have passed Waukesha's Law. And so what that...
Wait, say that louder.
We have passed Waukesha's Law. We have passed Waukesha's Law in the state of California, which is huge, right? So this is a piece of legislation named after Waukesha Wilson, who was killed here in Los Angeles at the LAPD Metro Detention Center. And what this bill does is it requires that if somebody were to die or become seriously injured or ill while in custody, that they have to do the bare minimum of notify their loved ones within 24 hours. This is a piece of legislation that we passed here in California, but also that we are working on passing at the federal level. And thanks to some of our chapters around the country, we are also moving that in other states as well. And we hope that by passing it in other states that we are able to help further the momentum to make it pass at the federal level.
And that was almost a decade's worth of work.
That's
we
right.
know Waukesha Wilson was killed inside on March 27th, 2016, killed inside LAPD Metro Detention Center. Her mother and auntie have been at the front of the fight. And this is why, we don't believe that no oppressed people have ever voted themselves into freedom. However, elections are important, and there are things that legislators can do. So we're grateful for Isaac Bryan, Assemblymember Isaac Bryan, who stepped up to author this. Nobody had done that before, right?
That's right.
We've been working on a federal bill which wasn't really going anywhere, but we're still appreciative that Sidney Kamlager has introduced it again.
Mm-hmm.
But we knew we could get it passed in California, and Isaac Bryan was able to do that. So the policy work is really, really important. Mikael is calling in on line 1. What do you have for us, Mikael?
Shalom. Mikael, the Hebrew Israelite. I was just wanted to say, speaking on when that brother called in earlier talking about the guy was going to go on parole, and they lied and said he did this and he didn't and killed him. They have lied so many times on us. We got to realize that from history. Like Emmett Till, they lied on him. Then the lady come out 50 years later, said that he didn't do nothing. They lying on me. Mm-hmm. So the point is, I want to say, this experience I had back in the 90s, I was at a bus stop over there on La Brea and Adams, and this older black lady was there. I asked her, back in the 90s, how do you feel about O.J. Simpson? And she told me who she was. I was shocked. And she had 10 kids. She said she used to work for O.J. Simpson. It's this older black lady. And she told me that they offered her $10,000 cash to go to court and lie on him. So I just was shocked and stood there. But this is the point. They lied on O.J., they lied on Emmett Till, they lie on us all the time.
They lie on us all the time. Brother Mikael, I thank you for reminding us of that, and that's why we have to keep fighting. The whole system is guilty, but the people are righteous, right? Grateful for your call and grateful for your constant listenership. When we come forward, we're going to have to wrap up BLM Grassroots Wrapped. We got some calls to action we're going to make, and prayerfully we'll also get to tap in with a certain special somebody right here on This Is Not a Drill on KBLA Talk 1580.
BLM, This Is Not a Drill continues when we come forward.
Unwrap LA this winter with Metro. Whether you're heading to a family gathering or last-minute shopping, Metro's got you. Enjoy free rides across Metro on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Move with joy. Move with community this holiday season. Go Metro.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
BLM's This Is Not a Drill on KBLA Talk 1580.
Another Lonely Christmas, Another Lonely Christmas. Now that's one of my, it's sad, but it's one of the best Christmas songs. You be playing this? You play this sometimes, or I play it for you, huh, Mara?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. All right. We're not going to be sad, though. We're talking about BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped. I'm Melina Abdullah. I'm in studio with Amara Keone Abdullah, Joseph Williams, Michael Williams, and Sheila Bates. We're going to drill down now as we talk about BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped on the work continues. The year may be done. Good riddance 2025. Mm-hmm. The year may be done, but the work is not done. The work carries forward. Look, we can't say what the middle finger means, but big middle finger to Nathan Hochman.
That's right.
Why is that? Why is that?
In the name of Christopher DeAndre Mitchell, both middle fingers up to Nathan Hochman for daring to attempt to dismiss the charges against the cops who killed him, Anthony Chavez and Matthew Concannon. May you have the day you deserve.
That's right. That's right. We sent a letter to Nathan Hochman because Nathan Hochman is acting bewildered. How long have we been protesting outside his office, Brother Michael? How long have we been protesting?
Yeah, we've been protesting outside of his office for about a year now, right? Close to a year, because he kicked us out of our old spot, had LAPD tell us that we can't protest in front of the LAPPL on Wednesdays, and then outside of this very radio station assaulted several of our members, including you, Melina, and Sheila, and Baba
Tried
Keeley.
to run us over.
Tried to run you over.
Like, actually hit our bodies with his SUV.
And then
the prosecutor.
Right.
Right, who's supposed to be prosecuting crimes is committing crimes. I think that is vehicular assault.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to be an attorney to know that's vehicular assault because you didn't like what we were saying. You try to run us over with your SUV. Anyway, go ahead, Michael.
Yes, 100% valid crash out about that. But but yes, and then on day one, his inauguration day, he arrested Pastor Q and our brother Jason Reedy who was with his son. Was with his son at the time when they separated.
His
His toddler son, who was in a stroller, and they took him without making sure that his son was going to be okay or that anybody could take care of his son. They took him, charged him with nothing, and then released him, putting his son in danger. Luckily, there was community members around to take care of his son, but putting his son in danger for no reason, right? For no reason.
Other than he didn't like that people don't like
We're
that he's the
protesting
DA.
him, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we've been protesting him. And it should be obvious to Nathan Hochman that's why we're protesting him, along with the dismissal of our attempting to dismiss Christopher DeAndre Mitchell's case.
That's right. So we are there every single Wednesday. We've been there for almost a year. Have we notified him that we're there? Have we called his office?
We've told him. We've been outside. We are very loud. He's had press conferences while we're out there, so he knows that we've been out there. If he wanted to really ask us, he could ask us any Wednesday at 4 o'clock in front of the Hall of Injustice, 211 Temple, right? He could come out and ask us, but he has not come out and asked us why we're protesting if he doesn't truly know. And
he acknowledged that he knows that we're there before he tried to run us over with his SUV.
Right.
So he knows we're there, but just to put it on record, we sent a letter. Here's one of our demands, and it's the same demand that we've made of every district attorney, and we've called him on this before. We want you to have a community forum with our justice families before the next court date for Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. So we've said we need to meet with you publicly on the 5th, 6th, or 7th of January, because the next court date is the 8th. We need to meet with you, and you need to answer for why it is you were attempting to drop the charges against these killer cops. If it's not because LAPPL, the ALADS, and all of the police associations backed your campaign, spending millions of dollars to get you elected, then what is it? So look, I'm going to say this. I don't know much about Judaism. He's Jewish. He's a practicing Jew. I do know that Hanukkah is supposed to be the time when lightness prevails over dark. When light prevails over dark. Light will prevail over dark, Nathan Hochman. Stop lying. And there's a call to action right there, right? And there will soon be a petition for people to sign to don't drop the charges. That's a double negative kind of, right? We don't want Nathan Hochman. It's not really a double negative, but we would say keep the charges, but I don't know how to say that. Don't drop the charges against Matthew Concannon and Anthony Chavez. We got another call to action. We got 2 more calls to action. Black Xmas always includes a protest. So what we doing? Don't tell everything we doing, but what we doing?
So we have a protest on the 23rd next week, next week. And BLM LA are real G's, and we move in silence, so we don't tell like lasagna.
Oh Lord.
What?
So we don't tell all of our business
the G is silent.
before we do things. But yes, be ready. Have that day open on the 23rd to be with us, to be with community, and to make sure that we are telling this capitalistic system that we are not tolerating the abuse of our community, the destruction of our communities, and the exploitation of our communities.
Yes. We are confronting white supremacist, patriarchal, heteronormative capitalism. Last year, we were up at Trump Golf Course on a flatbed blasting F. Donald Trump in our Santa hats. This year is going to be equally as fun. So you want to stay tuned to BLM Los Angeles on Instagram for that call to action. Lastly, I'm going to say this. This is BLM Grassroots, and I'm going to ask you to pass the mic back to Sheila, because let me say, in addition to nobody cornier, there is nobody pettier than Sheila Bates, and I'm going to ask her to get petty with me in this next 2 minutes. This is BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped because we have actual work. We're out of time. All our chapters couldn't call in, right? We actually do work.
Unlike
the thieves at the Global Network Foundation who hijacked our resources and instead threw, now it's looking like $1 million gala to honor themselves rather than using those funds to buy coats in Will County, Illinois, to buy food in Atlanta, to make sure that we have enough money to get out to Erie, Pennsylvania, where we're being called to action to help in the criminal case against the parole officer who killed Marcella Woodard. So, this is BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped. What's the difference, Sheila?
So Grassroots is the boots on the ground work that has existed since 2013 when George Zimmerman was acquitted of the Trayvon Martin. The Global Network Foundation are a band of thieves, grifters, and liars who stole our resources previously under Shalomia Bowers, now under Cecily Gay and Dejanay Parker, as Dejanay Parker walks around with $10,000 handbags, and while Cecily Gay is looking real different now than she used to, and are, continuing to line their own pockets and, go to the Versace pool, which I didn't even know existed, as opposed to actually making sure that they're doing the work that when that money was raised, based upon the fact that people were killed and that their loved ones demanded justice and that people wanted that work to be done in their names. And instead, that money is being used for things like these galas, for vacations, and for $10,000 handbags, as opposed to supporting the boots on the ground work, where families are absolutely needing our support and where organizers need our support to be able to continue this work.
And so there will be a public letter to, again, call them in and say, you can do right. It's always a right time to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hand it over, unhand what belongs to the people. There's always an opportunity to do that. That's what we got for you on BLM Grassroots 2025 Wrapped. We want you to follow the work of BLM Grassroots at BLM Grassroots on all social media, blmgrassroots.org. My name is Melina Abdullah. You can follow me at Doc Melly Mel. And we want to make sure you stay plugged in with KBLA Talk 1580 because you ain't going to hear this nowhere else. Grateful for our team. Simeon on them boards. Simeon on them boards. Tyler on the headlines and rundown. Grateful to Natalie on the flyer. Megan on the posting. Our whole BLM Grassroots and BLM LA crew. We hope to see you tomorrow for Christmas at the Y, because it's not going to be at the park this year. Christmas at the Y, that's the Y at on Santa Rosalia near Kaiser. You can meet us there, and we want you to make sure you plug in. Happy 2025 and even better 2026. Peace out, y'all.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Ray Harris with BIN News Now. A record 100